for sprint 142 and the forecast for sprint 143. This was a 2-week sprint, and attendees are as listed. In terms of our sprint goals, we were not able to complete the important activity to add the history of items that a user has edited, as we have found some additional bugs in staging. We have not been able to resolve all the bugs that we wanted to during the sprint because they have been more complex than we anticipated. In terms of personnel working on SugarLearning for the sprint, we have Baba, Tino, Jim, Jeffrey, Charles, Drew, Azair, myself, and Tom. Most members have moved on to other client work. There were 360 hours billed for the sprint. In terms of the sprint backlog, we had our goals to add a history of what the user has been editing, which is in progress. We have had a couple of wins. Emails are now sent with the default in the default language of their company. We have squashed a couple of bugs, including approval messages not being displayed or multiple view entries on the same day for approvers not being multiple view entries being displayed, and getting the view entries displayed right on the same day. Also improved the translations for the front end. We've succeeded in completing one of the groups of tests, and we were also actively monitoring the site. In terms of work that was in progress, we are continuing. There was the work conducted for the recently viewed edited items, which is still in progress. And we've also got a few bugs which have had some work done on them but require further triage. For the burn down, we completed 39% of the work intended and had 2 commits to master in the last 7 days. Test coverage has decreased slightly from 19.4%, just correction, from 19.5% to 19.4% this sprint. In terms of deployments to production, we had 3 over the course of the 2 weeks. We have a bug in staging, and as we do not have any urgent PRs awaiting deployment, we intend to resolve the issue in staging before deploying again. In terms of the application health overview, failed requests increased from 660 for 1 week to 1,350 for 2 weeks. That's roughly in line. And total unique users have increased from 124 for 1 week to 125 for 2, with authenticated users increasing slightly from 73 to 76 over those corresponding timeframes. In terms of the product roadmap, the Chinafy branch migration remains at 57%. The EF to EF core migration is at 28%, and no progress has been made on the MVP features. There was no experimental work conducted during this sprint. In terms of what went well, Tom was happy to recover from COVID again, and Jim was very happy with the handover that he received from Charles regarding the EF core testing and the monitoring. What didn't go so well, so we didn't accomplish our goals due to the extra complexity that wasn't accounted for and due to manpower being directed away to other projects. For sprint 143, our goal is to continue the work to see what history of items the user has been editing. This is only a 1-week sprint, and we'll be meeting again on the 14th of May. In terms of the work planned, This is another bug-heavy sprint, dealing with issues with chunk loading, with database exceptions, structural issues in the front end, ensuring that the correct items are being displayed for the correct number is being displayed for items in a user's activity log, and investigating an argument exception. We will also look to work on the recently viewed edited items, or continue the viewed edited items work that Jeffrey was working on. There's also an issue to investigate the user removal from group, a vague error message that occurs when a user is removed from a group. That is all for our forecast and review. We will meet again next week and the video will be uploaded here. Ladies and gentlemen, catch you next week.